just really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday, bro.
Oh, here comes the holiday comment. Oh my gosh.
That is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday, bro. If they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. So like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on a nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks, these last really kind of 6 weeks since Charlie died. And we will see you guys then.
I have no idea. Now, they did name a square in Israel, Charlie Kirk Square. It's not a boulevard, it's a square. I got you. Every time they put somebody to sleep, they name a boulevard after them. That is some nasty work. That's some nasty work. But she says right there, Trump doesn't care. And we needed him for this part. Now we can move on. Like, that is some crazy work right there. And what is her evidence? That's the only thing. You know, going back to shout out to Christian Mindset, of course, the stream sponsor today. That is the only thing. What is your evidence to these points that you're making? I can't just say emphatically, you know, Christian Mindset, man, I just throw something out there. Christian Mindset, you know, I don't know, be throwing gerbils at people, be doing drive-by gerbil throwing and such like that. And I don't have any evidence to that. Like, if I just say, you know, Christian Mindset be abusing gerbils and he be kicking hamsters, like, what's my evidence to that? Why am I not required to show how I've come to this conclusion rather than everybody jump on Christian Mindset's head because Jason said he throws gerbils and kicks hamsters? Like, what is that? Like, why is that okay? And because Christian Mindset is a sponsor, I need to tell y'all a story. Because somebody asked me, Jason, why do you always talk about hamsters and gerbils? Why do you always talk about little Tommy, little Patty, little Sally, little Johnny? And I said, you know what? That's a great question. And I never explain why I do that. So I'm going to take a quick second to explain while this other video over here is getting ready. Because is it ready? Make sure it's ready. I'm just going to do it on YouTube. All right. So I got it ready, queued up. Got it. All right. So when I was a school teacher, and I like telling stories. I think y'all can probably ascertain that I like talking. I talk a lot. And one day I told a story about a student in the class. I was using him as an example. And I said, let's just say his name is Little Raekwon. Okay. Little Raekwon. And I said, and Little Raekwon, he beat up little Melvin over here. That little joke, that little story, I don't even remember what we were talking about. I don't remember what we were even discussing. But it was, I mentioned a student's name and used another student's name in the class adjacent. They went home and said that all kinds of stuff. Mr. Whitaker said that I beat up this boy. Mr. Whitaker said that the little boy beat me up. And both those moms was in the school office the next day raising chaos because I had told a story about little Raekwon beating up Melvin in a story that I was telling. And from that day forward, and thankfully it was early on in my teaching career, I said, I will never use another student's name ever again. And that being the case also why I make up something ridiculous like throwing gerbils. Nobody throws gerbils. I hope not, at least. But, you know, I try to make it as insane as possible. Little Patty, little Tommy, little Sally, little Johnny. Notice most of my people have double consonants in their names. And they're doing something crazy like throwing gerbils or kicking hamsters. It's always got to be something crazy, because I remember that day, them parents, and I'm like, how did I get y'all to school? I can't get you to come to parent-teacher conference, but I tell a joke in class and you got yourself up in here. In her slides, bonnets, and pajamas, which is crazy work. So that's why somebody asked me, why do I always do that? And because I don't think that, I don't want to put myself in a position where I have mistakenly called somebody's name and I get in trouble about it again. So that is why I don't use people's real names as best I can, if I can. Now, over here on this channel, I think we all can handle it. I don't think your moms are going to come running up on me, anything like that. So I'm okay with it, but I still do it out of habit. And people laugh at me about it. I do it when I'm teaching Sunday school, when I'm talking to my kids. They still laugh at me about that. And I'm putting Christian Mindset as a stream sponsor because he has sponsored your boy. Thank you so much, man. There we go. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment, because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.